Look, at the King's last engagement for 2025, he joked about still being alive. And look, it's been a hard year. He has still achieved a great deal. And thankfully, Russell, he has retained his sense of humour.
Well, he has. I mean, certainly, that sense of humour has seen him through. It's definitely what the mood music from the palaces over the last few months, and this sort of baby steps version of his treatment plan that we're being sort of told. Is interesting as well, because the King has had to keep his spirits up, of course. He has been having cancer treatment now for about 10 months, which is going to be continuing into 2025. And I think he has to learn to live with cancer, and certainly that the sense of humour, the sense of exuberance with the job. I mean, he's still the second hardest working royal in terms of the league table that's just come out recently. And I think that tells you an awful lot about the fact that he's definitely wanted to get on with the job. I'm told he wants to make up for lost time next year. So certainly I do think it'll be interesting to see where the King goes, both at home and abroad, over the next few months, because it's looking to be a busy 25 already.
Absolutely. Now, over in the US, do we know what the Sussexes did for Christmas?
Well, very quietly, because this is the sixth year that they didn't attend Christmas at Sandringham with the rest of the royal family. Of course, there have been a few moving chess pieces, with the Duke of York having to pull out with his involvement in with a relationship with an alleged Chinese spy as well. So he was spending it separately. And the Sussexes were spending it separately in California as well. I mean, there may have been some exchanges with video calls with the grandparents, but I think that tells you an awful lot about the way the Sussexes have had to sort of take themselves out of the limelight in recent months. Certainly Harry and Meghan have been going in very different directions. Their relationships with the royal family is still incredibly strained. And I think that when the King certainly was speaking about unity and togetherness for not only his own family but communities, perhaps, Harry and Meghan should be listening to that call, because the sense of togetherness within the royal family doesn't include them at this current time.
Which is such a shame. And look, I hope for 2025, if there can be movement on something, I would really like there to be movement on that. One other thing, though, on Prince Harry, and interesting allegations out of Better Up, the organisation where Prince Harry is the Chief Impact Officer. Apparently there's some issues, some cultural issues, some allegations that have been made. What do we know?
Well, I think certainly that's putting it mildly. These are huge allegations at the centre of Better Up. And Prince Harry was given the sort of lofty title of Chief Impact Officer in 2021. It's sort of a business coaching psychology company, one of the big success stories of Silicon Valley over the last few years. It was valued between 5 and 10 billion Aussie dollars. This huge company that has got off to a great start, got Prince Harry involved after he used one of the services coming when he went over to the States. But it's been described as a toxic train wreck. It's been described as uncomfortable for the staff that work there. And these are comments that have been left anonymously by past and present members of staff on the website Glassdoor, which is encouraging openness of companies in the United States. And I think this sort of damaging allegations that are at the centre of Better Up won't just damage the company, but certainly Harry's association with it, because he had lauded this company, saying it was one of the big success stories of the past few years, certainly Silicon Valley and beyond. So what will Harry's involvement be with it in the future? Very interesting to watch this space, I think.
Absolutely. Russell, thank you for joining us, and thank you so much for joining us all year. Really appreciate it.